This toy only works with an old version of a game that doesn't exist anymore. And this one is even worse. It needs a completely separate game that was pulled from the App Store many years ago. So realistically, this should just be plastic. But on this iPad 4 running iOS 6, I think I might have found a way to bring them back. And if this actually works, this might be one of the strangest ways to play a mobile game from over a decade ago. Let's start with the simpler one. This is the Fruit Ninja Sensei from Mattel's Apptivity line. Back then, this wasn't just a toy. It was supposed to interact directly with your iPad screen. No Bluetooth, no batteries, just touch, which also means if the app doesn't recognize it, this absolutely does nothing. So the question is, does this iPad even recognize this anymore? Supposedly, this toy should only be working with the old version of the game. So to find out, I have to grab the 32-bit version of Fruit Ninja HD from my purchase history. Alright, the moment of truth. A new game mode just unlocked. Let's check it out. Wait, that actually worked. That is insane. This is the 14-year-old app running in full retina, and it still responds perfectly. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. You can either place it on one side of the screen and let Mr. Sensei keep throwing extra fruit or bomb towards you, or move Sensei around and challenge your friends when they're busy cutting their own fruits. Considering this was from 14 years ago, it is quite an innovative way to play with your iPad and your friends and family. So, the Fruit Ninja Sensei works, but this was honestly the simplest version of these toys. Because the other one, well, they weren't just accessories. There were entire games built around the toys themselves. This is the Car 2 AppMates toy made by Spin Master and Disney. And in this set, I've got both Lightning McQueen and Holly. And unlike Fruit Ninja, this one doesn't just enhance the game, it is the game. Each car interacts with the screen and even has parts that light up from the iPad display itself, and it actually can register your fingers holding the toy, which sounds so cool, but also means this is way more likely to break. And the problem is, the AppMates game this relies on is completely gone from the App Store. So if this should work, we're not just reviving a gimmick, we're bringing back an entire game. And after a bit of searching and installing, I managed to have the final version of the game installed on this old iPad.
I am so made for this.
And it's working perfectly. And this isn't just a demo. You've got the whole town of Radiator Springs here. There are missions,
Yeah, boss.
different areas to explore, even switching between day and night. And multiple characters you can swap between. But of course, you will need different actual toys to unlock them. And the wildest part is, the iPad screen actually shines through the car itself, and you will have to hold the car by the side windows to actually drive it. That is such a clever use of display and touch technology. This is basically a full game, except that the online store is now completely gone, so I wasn't able to unlock Tokyo map in this game. And yes, there's even a whole new different map in this game you can explore. Of course, there's an option in the game where you can just use your two fingers to move around a paper car and play, but the experience is totally different.
Tumbleweeds are blowing all over town.
Looking at both of these, it's kinda crazy how different they are. The Fruit Ninja one feels like a fun gimmick, something extra on top of a game. But this this is a full experience built around the idea. And the weird part is, both of them are basically gone now. The apps are not on the App Store anymore, and most people don't even remember these toys ever existed. And without an old device like this, they're just
unapologetically plastic.
After going through my old App Store downloads, I didn't expect to find something like this still working. But it really makes you wonder how many of these early mobile experiments are still out there, just forgotten. Yet clearly, not all of them. And I'm glad I was able to preserve yet another interesting piece of mobile gaming history. But my journey with this iPad 4 is far from finished. So if you're interested in seeing what else this thing can do, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, please hype it so it can reach more people. Anyway, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.